Thank you. Good afternoon. We'll call the meeting of the August 29th, 2024 TRPA Hearings Officer meeting to order at 2 p.m. My name is Marcia Birch, and I'll be serving as the hearings officer today. The first item on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Are there any changes?
There are no changes to the agenda.
Thank you. Seeing none, I will approve the agenda as posted. The second item on the agenda is public interest comments for no action. Any member of the public who wishes to address the hearings officer on any item that is not listed as a public hearing item on the agenda may do so at this time. Public comments on any public hearing item will be taken at the time those agenda items are heard. The hearings officer is prohibited by law from taking immediate action on or discussing issues raised by the public that are not listed on the agenda. And so we'll go ahead and open it up for public interest comments.
There is nobody in the room.
Okay.
And I will ask online, although we don't have any attendees online, but I will ask anyway.
Thank you.
If any member of the public would like to address the hearings officer, please raise your hand now by pushing on the raise hand button at the bottom of your Zoom screen. There are no hands raised to comment.
All right, thank you. So I will close public interest comments. And I will announce appeal rights. Any decision of the hearings officer is appealable to the TRPA governing board. The notice of appeal, which can be found on TRPA's website, and associated fees must be filed within 21 days of the hearings officer decision. All right, so we can go on to our public hearing items. Our first item, item 5A, is a land capability challenge. It's the Werner Land Capability Challenge, 65 Trinity Court, Placer County, California, APN 093-120-023, TRPA file number LCAP 2024-0018. And I think this is Julie's item.
Yes, this is Julie Roll. So as Marcia mentioned, this is a land capability challenge. And based on the field evaluation completed by TRPA soil consultant Marshall Munnicky, staff recommends changing the land capability from class 3 to class 4. And I believe we have Marshall online, and she can give us just some additional details about what she found in the field.
Marshall, if you want to go ahead and unmute.
Hi there, this is Marshall. Sorry, I'm on my phone this time instead of the computer. So this challenge is pretty straightforward. It's located up by Dollar Point in Tahoe City, and it's on an area with volcanic lava flow and colluvial soil development over at the top. And the Oompa soil that was mapped there in 1974 is a shallow soil, less than 40 inches deep to bedrock. And the soil we found was deeper than that, with maybe a little bit of weathering in the bedrock below 60 inches, but it was much deeper than 40 inches. And it was similar to or is within the range and characteristics of the Jorge soil that was mapped there in the new soil survey, and is often the soil that is what is a deeper soil of Oompa, often is what we've been finding. And so based on slopes, it was just the same slope category. It just changed from class 3 to class 4. If you have any other questions.
Thank you, Marshall. I don't have any questions. You're right. This is a very straightforward land capability challenge. Julie, have we had any public comments?
No, we have not.
Okay. So Jessica, I'll go ahead and ask you. It sounds like there's no one in the room.
Correct. There's nobody in the room.
Okay, so let's just check and see if there's any public comment online.
All right. If any member of the public online would like to address the hearings officer on this item, please raise your hand now by clicking on the raise hand button at the bottom of your Zoom screen. There are no hands raised on this item.
Do you need me to make a statement on behalf of the owner?
You know, Gary, I was just going to say, I was just going to ask you if this is the item you were here for. If you would like to, I'm happy to hear what you have to say.
Yes, I mean, I don't have a lot to say other than we've reviewed the staff summary prepared by Julie and Marshall, and we agree with the findings and have no further comment.
Okay. Thank you. So, and it's, Jessica, there was no other comment online?
Correct, there's no other comment.
Okay, well then I'll go ahead and close the public comment period and take action. I will approve the proposed land capability as it has been presented.
Thank you.
All right,
you.
thank you, Gary. And now we'll go ahead to item 5B. This is the Ritchie Shoreline Protective Structure Reconstruction, 2200 Lands End Drive, Douglas County, Nevada. Assessor's parcel number 1418-03-301-011. TRPA file number ERSP 2024-0536. And I don't know whose item this is.
This is Julie again. This is my
Oh,
item.
good.
So yes, this is a shoreline protective structure, and it's actually not a reconstruction. It's a new project for a property, a littoral property in Glenbrook, Nevada. So what's happening on this property is they're having erosion on the shoreline that's causing a loss of soil underneath a cluster of pine trees that are right on the shoreline there. So the project is aiming just to stabilize this area by placing some boulders, which will be partially buried in kind of a staggered formation around and in front of the trees, and then backfill a little bit with some other rock, and then also plant some native vegetation like thin leaf alder, just to kind of stabilize the area. And I think Jessica just pulled up a picture of kind of the area. It's actually a small stretch of shoreline, but so it's just to stabilize this area and prevent further erosion and loss of beach. There's no land coverage involved in the project, no removal of any trees, and there's not going to be any impact to fish habitat because it's really not going to have any disturbance below the high water. And all the work will be done when the lake level is, a little bit lower, so they won't be actually working in the lake during construction. So yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions you have on this one.
Okay, if you have any public comments?
No public comment.
Okay, and is anyone here from the applicant who would like to speak?
There are no representatives online anymore. They all dropped off after the last item.
Okay. Okay. So, I went through all of this. It was a good and thorough job on the staff summary. So I don't have any questions. Let's go ahead and open this up for public comment.
All right, there are no members of the public in the room. So if any member of the public online would like to comment on this item, please raise your hand now by clicking on the raise hand button at the bottom of your Zoom screen. There are no hands raised to comment on this item.
All right, well, thank you. Then I will close public comment. And before I take action, I'm going to go ahead and on the record, we'll correct the name of this item to strike out reconstruction. So this is construction of a shoreline protective structure.
Thank you.
Okay, and I will go ahead and approve the findings contained in the staff summary, including a finding of no significant environmental effect. And I'll approve the project based on the staff summary, subject to the conditions contained in the draft permit. All right, and we'll go ahead and adjourn.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marcia.
Thank you, everyone.